So guys, today we have the new Karbonn MachOne. Now the USP of this device is a very good 5MP camera, a selfie camera, and some of the gestures that you can use on the user interface. You'd get this guy online for just under 7,000, although the MRP is around about 7,500. You can see some quick specs here. So it has a 4.7-inch screen, HD resolution IPS screen, and then runs Kitkat, 8 GB of ROM, that is internal storage, but it supports micro SD card, so that's okay. 1 GB of RAM. You have a MediaTek 1.3 gig quad-core CPU, Mali 400 GPU, and then 8 plus 5 MP cameras. The 8 MP camera has a BSI sensor backside illuminated. 1800 mAh battery with stamina mode, and then it also supports 3G and then dual SIM, and you can see some of the gestures that you can use. Once you open the box, we've already opened the box before. First you see the phone here. It's pretty thin and good looking, and then you'd have your user manuals and the warranty card. Here you'd have the 1 ampere wall charger, and then your USB cable, and then pretty nice looking and premium looking earphones actually, that only has the mic and the call control but not the volume control. The body is all plastic, and mind you, not very high quality plastic. It feels cheap, although the phone is quite thin at 8.1 mm, and because of the back here, which although plastic but has this nice texture, it kind of gives a very good hold on the device. Although the weight is not mentioned, but I suppose it should be closer to 140 grams. So you have that 4.7-inch IPS screen, very glossy, will attract a lot of fingerprints. You have the front camera, the 5MP camera, your LED lights and stuff, earpiece, and then the shortcut keys. Nothing much on the left side. Here you have both the speakers, and then your power button and volume rocker, all plastic. The micro USB 2.0 port, and then 3.5mm jack. Behind you have the 8MP autofocus camera, and accompanied by an LED flash, a noise cancelling mic, and then the Karbonn branding and all. The back flap is quite thin actually. It's very thin plastic. Inside you'll have the 1800 mAh battery, 2 full-size SIM card slot. Now both supports 3G, and then you have a micro SD card slot that can support up to 32 GB of storage in addition to the already present 8 GB. So overall, I really like the device as far as holding the device and managing the device is concerned. Well, the build quality could have been improved, but we are talking about a device that's under 7,000. For under 7,000, it's a damn good looking device actually. The 4.7-inch HD IPS display is actually quite bright and crisp, and the icons do not pixelate at all, even if you look at it from a very close range. When we see the color card here, I see almost natural color palette. No color palette here are represented falsely, which is a very good thing, and they're not oversaturating the red palette and other things. So it's all in all a very good display, and well, the viewing angles is also decent. From approximately here, you can almost see all the colors, and then it starts to discolor actually. So the MachOne is powered by Android. Kitkat is almost a stock Android, but then Karbonn has some of the gestures and other icon faces and other small customization on top of that. Well, the gesture base are quite cool, but they are not very new. For example, you can just write C, and then it will recognize C and it will open your contact, and you can assign these gestures to different functions, for example. And that's the unlock screen. I like the unlock screen here. So overall, the user interface, well, is smooth enough, but then it's not exactly buttery smooth. It lags at times, especially when you're doing multitasking, or like you have a lot of apps in the background and lots of widgets on these home pages. At those times they lag, but otherwise it's almost okay. See, you can go to the settings. You'll see much less storage, but total you'd get about 5.73 GB out of 8 GB, and there's a 4.4.2, and then well, so you have most of the Google apps. You also have the usual system apps like phones and music and stuff, but then you also have lots of third-party apps, not the games though. We have installed the game, but still you have Flipkart, you have OLX, and Snapdeal, and some of the other third-party apps. So they are pretty usual really. I like the keyboard, by the way, that one. Yeah, and we'll straight away go to the camera. That's the 8MP camera, the back one, and I have 0 shutter lag on, so you see it's very fast. It also will take up to 40 continuous shots, there you see. Yeah, but it's taking a long time to save those 40 pictures. But then I can understand 40 pictures is no small deal. And save it. Yep. So you have the usual options here, your HDR, flash, and then you have the front camera, which is well not very bright. 5MP camera, I expect it to be slightly brighter, but still it's okay. I'm gonna show you the image samples and all, and it's does not lag. It's quite real time. Yeah, so if you check the photo and video quality, they are quite good under enough light, and the color rendition is good. And as I showed you in the display also, even the camera does not oversaturate. Most of the color palettes, maybe the red just a tad bit. The front camera is also good enough under enough light, and it gives very crisp and sharp images. That's one of the very good thing about the selfie camera. A lot of the selfie cameras tend to throw out the details to give you a brighter image, but this one, if you have good enough lighting, would give you crisp image, but not under low light. Under low light, like almost all phones at this price range, you would see that a lack of detail throughout, if, in case of still and videos both. So the first thing I noticed here is that the sound is not coming from this speaker, so that could be only this model, but you might want to check that. It's relatively loud enough, but not loud enough for a crowded place. However, the bass is missing, and it's quite shrieky at the highest volume. You see? This speaker not working.
You guys, did you see that? I just was like, what?
It's same as shrieky surround sound.
But I just got Kung Fu. And now you.
Yeah, so that's the sound quality. We did some benchmarking, and it continuously scored towards the bottom half of the table or on the graph. So the benchmarking performance is just about average. We did Antutu, Velomo, 3D Mark, Basemark OS2, and Basemark X testing. We also did some gameplay testing. We played Dead Trigger 2, Spider-Man Unlimited, and Asphalt Overdrive, and it could play all those games quite decently, lagging just at times. You could you can see our dedicated video on the benchmark and gameplay. So then, should you get the Karbonn MachOne? If you like selfie, then definitely, because it has a 5MP front camera. Probably no other phones at this price range will give you a 5MP front camera. Also, the details are quite nice even for the selfie. Talking about that, we also like the sound quality and all, which is really good. And we also like the design and build. Well, the build quality is almost about plastic, but I like holding the device and otherwise. So that's the Karbonn MachOne. If you have any other questions, then feel free to write in the comment and we'll try to answer them all. And please subscribe and share these videos to share the love. Thank you.